Hello everybody, we are live. It is Friday. Nice to see you all. Hello, hope you are all having a great week and welcome to the weekend. It's been a while since I've done a stream on my own. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. As you can see from the heading, obviously we've got to talk about the BBC. Now over the next few weeks I will be doing streams like this on my own, where I will be highlighting stuff like this, articles like this, people that actually come out and speak out against the BBC. Even after all the, I just want to make people aware, even after all the Twitter drama, there's still some in the fandom that are trying to get people to report me videos and other such nonsense. So yesterday I decided enough was enough and I decided to troll them. And I'm not finished, by the way, because I have another video to troll them with. I don't care. I won't attack these people personally, but they're going to come and give me trouble and send people to my account. I'm going to start trolling these idiots. And also, while I'm doing it, these streams are for these idiots to actually show them that their view isn't the only view out there. That there's a lot of fans out there and there's a lot of media commentators that actually feel the same way as the fans. And this article is actually quite scathing. Now, there is a video, unfortunately, because obviously I don't want to get a copyright strike, I can't actually show you the video, but I am going to read the article, give you my personal thoughts on it, get user thoughts on it in the chat, and then obviously that'll be it. And as I said, we will have 2 streams tomorrow. We have obviously the classic watch along, but I will be on doing an article that Philip Morris put up. I actually have, believe it or not, screenshot this whole article. I've also actually put the article together in a video, so I will throw that up as well, but I will be talking about that article tomorrow. I will be reading that article out. Here's the thing, I used to do this a lot, and because, you know, we've gotten kind of sidetracked with all the panels and stuff, I need to concentrate on more stuff like this, to be quite honest with you, because, you know, the BBC right now are getting it from all sides, and, you know, we do it. Doctor Who is in relation to that, so I'm going to be keeping on top of this from now on. So you're going to get a lot more of these streams with just me talking about these articles like we used to do in the old days. So before I do start and read the article, I am going to give the usual, we haven't done it in a while, but I will give everybody a shout out. It's been a while since we've done it. See, when we have a panel, I just kind of go with it and stuff. But now that I'm on my own, I can actually give you all a shout. So Mr. Hyde's podcast was the first one in the chat, so it's only right that we give them the shout out first. So good evening, my fine sir. We've got Daniel also in the chat. We've got the Wolf and the Storm. We've got Chris. We've got Problem Being. Welcome. We've got Colin P. Smith. Welcome. We got Charlotte is here as well. We got Geek Union. Welcome. We've got Carl, we've got Kyle, and we've got Crystal. Welcome, everybody. We got Kip, we've got Maz Wan here too. Welcome, and Mr. Hyde podcast with hashtag defund the BBC. Yes, I would agree with that, 100%. So I've got the article ready and all, so I'm actually organised this time. So we'll just screen share it there. We'll get it up on the. Some of you have already probably seen this article, but of course, you know, the whole point is to get my opinion on it as well, to read out your opinions as well. Listen, at the end of the day, we should be keeping on top of stuff like this, and I have neglected because of all the panels. So as I said, I'm going to be getting back into this again because I used to do some great streams when I used to do these articles a lot before. So we're going to be doing it again. So let's start with this anyway. So there you go. It's from Dan Hutton. And I have to be honest, he is really, I've watched the video. He is not happy. He's not a happy bunny at all. This guy has also criticized Doctor Who during its run as well. He hasn't been a fan. Now, already I can already hear the J-bots say, "Oh, it's from the Sun. Nobody listens to the Sun. The Sun's a scummy newspaper." I know that, but some of their journalists are actually good journalists and actually don't buy into all this bull. So journalists like that have me respect like this man does. I've only recently followed him as well. I'm going to see if I can get him on because it'd be interesting to actually hear what he has to say. So here we go. A reality star from the E4 show Made in Chelsea hosting a podcast that features stories about when he soiled himself. Two privileged white women telling other white women they are Karens who should basically leave discussions about race. And obviously that's the drag queen Davina Di Campo. Our money is being used to sign up woke stars like Davina Di Campo rather than fund the free TV license for the over 75s. Oh, and they've sacked this guy as well. At the same time, the Beep has decided to axe the Andrew Neil show, probably because it falls outside the liberal left bracket. Right, let's read this anyway. The drag queen Davina Di Campo lecturing parents on how to help their children come out with seemingly no qualifications to do so. Believe it or not, all three of these programs were recently paid for using our money from the poll tax, otherwise known as the license fee. This is BBC in 2020, where impartial public service broadcasting has been replaced by a craving desire to be trendy, liberal, and woke at any cost. And at the same time, and the same Beep that this week decided to axe the Andrew Neil show, a decision I'm sure has nothing to do with the fact the presenter is also chairman of the Spectator magazine, meaning he falls outside the liberal left bracket occupied by its other news stars, from Emily Matalis to Naga Munchiti to Hugh Edwards. These names, mad. Political ideology has started to seep into BBC News reports on such a disturbingly regular basis that is no longer noticed. Yeah, I mean, the news coverage is absolutely shocking anyway. This week I watched in horror as the broadcaster Scotland editor Sarah Smith subjected millions of viewers of the flagship 10 p.m. bulletin to a piece of pro-SNP propaganda in which she claimed anyone campaigning for the union in the future would be fighting the prevailing trend, based on what? A couple of lousy polls which recent history proves cannot be trusted. It's not hard to see why BBC bosses have no qualms enforcing those over 75, some of them devastated World War II veterans, to pay £157.50 to watch their telly from next month. What an absolute disgrace. Though for many of these folks, it's their only lifeline to a wider world. Pensioners are simply not priority for this youth-obsessed corporation, which focuses on chasing cheap website hits and streams by upping their commercial rivals. Time for reform, he says. So it would rather sign up more reality stars like Gemma Collins to host podcasts on their new and totally unnecessary BBC Sounds app than shell out the millions needed to keep our greatest generation connected. It's a shameful betrayal. Beep management thought if they didn't blink, the government would swoop in and pick up the cost to avoid a PR disaster. That didn't happen. The BBC has become bloated, out of touch monolith devoted to metropolitan liberal groupthink, where programming and news decisions are made to impress dinner party guests in Islington and a tiny band of followers on Twitter rather than appeal to the great British public. Boris Johnson, with the support of his beep skeptic chief advisor Dominic Cummings, must listen to his gut and insist on reform now before it's too late. And out of touch BBC management should hang their heads in shame at the financial trauma they are about to inflict on the over 75s. Those over the age of 75, I should say. That's it. Then he just goes on about Meghan Markle, which I've no interest in whatsoever, to be honest. To do with her and Harry, don't give a crap. So there you go. And listen, right, I'm just going to say, you all know where I'm going with this anyway, right? We all know that the BBC are pandering to the Twitter crowd. We see it already with the way that they treat us long-term fans, right? It's clear that they have an agenda, and sure, there's proof, right? There's other proof. I'll show you now, actually. The BBC is going to axe BBC4, right? And why? It's because they're bringing back BBC Three. The BBC Three went, as you know, BBC Three went digital. Apparently now, they regret that. But BBC Four would be for the older generation. They show a lot, there's a lot of documentaries on it, art programs, stuff like that. I actually like BBC Four, to be honest. But they've it looks like BBC Four could be on the way out. BBC Four's future isn't certain, but we need art channels like it now more than ever. So they've decided that that there's no point of making shows for people like us and the older generation. It's the younger generation that they're more obsessed with, and you can see that because if you see the behavior of their fans. Of those fans on our side of the fandom, I should say on the Doctor Who fandom, and you see the behaviour of the fans that the BBC pander to, and most of these people are engaged in bully tactics. They're engaged in opening up multiple accounts to try cancel people. We've seen it. We've seen the likes of Ben Cook and Beth from the Time Ladies actually attack fans or give out about fans that have a problem with this era. We see it all the time. And there's another YouTuber out there that keeps going on and on and on about Ballstrek. Just leave it out, pal, right? Leave it out, man. We all get it, right? You think he's a white supremacist, right? But everybody else out there doesn't. So shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, sick of these J-bots, sick of your YouTubers, sick of yous all, right? You can't let anybody have an opinion. And this is what BBC have done. BBC have pandered to these idiots because they think it's the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do, right? It never has been the right thing to do. What you should be doing is you should be reaching the whole of your audience, right? There's different age groups out there. You must cater for all age groups. You can't just cater for one or one generation. You've got to cater for everybody. And BBC lately, and their news coverage is actually a disgrace, by the way. The news coverage is a disgrace. Even when Donald Trump was coming over to the UK, they had a big Donald Trump blow-up thing in their studio. Now, I don't care how you feel about Donald Trump, right? At the end of the day, the news media is supposed to be, they're supposed to be neutral, right? They're not supposed to pick a side, no matter how they personally feel as a corporation or how people within that corporation feel. You're supposed to be neutral. Lately, we're seeing people come out and give their personal opinions, presenters. Shut your mouth. It's not your job to be giving personal opinions. Your job there is to actually present the facts on both sides and let the audience decide themselves. It's the same with Doctor Who as well. You know, they've just pandered to one side. The other side doesn't count. And then they come up with a pathetic poster this year for Series 12, Space for All, to make it look like, you know, because they were trying, oh, well, we know fans will feel left out. Yeah, because you look at the series, it's completely aimed at a younger generation. You have forgotten your fans, right? BBC have forgotten what they're there for, which is to entertain. Right, my chat has gone a bit, hold on. My chat on StreamYard is frozen, so give me a second. I hate when that happens. StreamYard actually have to fix that. You know, you're putting up another page and then your chat freezes. It's been a constant problem. But BBC4, I like BBC4. I've watched BBC4 and I like it as a station. They show some arts and all and stuff. Mark Gases and stuff feature on it. I think they do have Artists of the Year on it as well. There are some good shows on it. But again, BBC would rather sacrifice BBC4 than sacrifice BBC Three, because BBC Three is aimed at the younger viewer. BBC, listen, BBC have laid they've laid their plan out. They've made their bed. They've showed where they are, right? They're pandering to a small minority on Twitter, and that's all they are, a small voting minority. However, me telephone. Come on, Ted. Hello? Hello? No, thanks. Sorry, fake call. Don't be ringing me, and stop ringing this number, yeah? Right, so you know when you're coming out of a pandemic, right? When you start getting all these telemarketers fake telemarketers from India ringing you up and asking you to renew your subscription for something that you don't even have. Like, Jesus Christ, about 10 calls a day we get of these people trying to scam us into something. They're idiots. So I just have to give him a load of crap. I said, don't ring this number. I know it's a fake call. Bang. Slam down the phone. Idiots. Ted, it was only the phone. Don't be panicking, man. No, it's grand. The world's not coming to an end. It's only one of those scammers. They've nothing better to do. There's a global pandemic, but yet there's people out there trying to scam you out of money because that's how scummy they are. Now, back to the BBC. This is the problem that we have. Right, until we become the bigger voice, then nothing's going to be done. And see, this is the problem, though. Right, most of the fandom won't bother with social media. You know, they don't bother anymore. Our side, the other side do. They're on it every day. Every day. There's some accounts now that have disappeared. They won't be back until the festive special. But that's just normal. But there is a hardcore amount of them, and there's still enough of them. And then when you have people like the Time Ladies and Ben Cook on Twitter, then backing them up, it's very hard to get anywhere. But this is what they're all about. Listen, BBC gave Ben Cook a job. He got that new Time team in there, right? Yeah, the Time Ladies are part of that now. She could say whether she works for them or not. I don't give a shit. She's part of them anyway, right? She's affiliated with them in some way. It doesn't matter. She does work for them. I don't give a crap, right? But then she's constantly giving out about representation of women all the time. So that's why I'm doing this article tomorrow. And by the way, it's actually written by a young woman. I would say she's probably around the same age as Beth from the Time Ladies. And it's her opinion. She's done a nice big long piece. She goes through a bit of history as well. This article is amazing. I'm going to read it out tomorrow as well, because, you know, as I said, we must keep these issues highlighted. Listen, the other side are trying to say that it's a bunch of men, right? All men that are moaning about Doctor Who. Well, let's prove them wrong. If there's any female Doctor Who fans out there that are listening to me right now that are angry with the direction of this show and don't feel it was necessary to have a female doctor to have strong representation within Doctor Who, let me know who you are and I'll get you on. We need more female voices to start speaking up, to be quite honest with you. You know, because if you do look at most of the YouTubers, let's be honest, they're on the Doctor Who side, they are mostly men, right? There are a few out there that do, but obviously, you know, there's one or two that I've seen, but I haven't seen that many. So if there's any female YouTubers out there that deal with Doctor Who that don't like the current direction of the show, don't like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, get in contact. Get in contact with us. We'll get you on somehow, you know, because it needs to be highlighted. Listen, we need to play them at their own game. They're saying it's mostly men. Let's prove that it's not, right? Every time they throw out a stupid accusation, let's prove that they're wrong, right? We've got the facts on our side anyway. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not the majority of men. Of course it is. Of course it is, because the fandom is male dominated, whether people like to admit that or not, right? But the thing about it is there is a lot of women in this fandom that do not like this female Doctor and do not like the direction of the show, right? And they're afraid to speak up in some cases, because when some do, we see what happens. And by the way, actually, the person that bullied Starry-Eyed Girl, right, talks to these other people that I spoke about, Beth the Time Ladies, Ben Cook and all them, right? Even Emily Cook. This lad that bullied Starry-Eyed Girl has been, even did that choir thing where they sang the music. So he is a big part of what they do. They support bullies, right? The BBC are backing this and support bullies. We will be having a revolution of the whovians. I'm not going to say when it is, because obviously what me and Lee will be working behind the scenes, because I want to get stellar guests on for this one. I want to get on big YouTubers that are in this Doctor Who fandom that have spoke about Doctor Who and don't like it, right? And we're going to have a revolution of the whovians stream. And we're going to talk about everything like we did on Gary's stream, but it'll be a bit more, let's just say, it'll be a bit more raw. You know what I'm like. And, you know, I won't, listen, there was a time limit on Gary, you know, he kept apologizing. He doesn't have to apologize. Listen, everybody has other stuff to do. But we didn't, but you know, we got the 2.5 hours or whatever it was. But Gary really wanted to go on a little bit more because he kept out reading super chats. But we decided then, I decided that I wanted to do one on our channel. So there won't be a time limit on that one. We will try to get Gary for that one as well. But I want to get YouTubers that are gonna give knockout blows. Basically, listen, we have to fight back. They're a small vocal minority. Remember that. And I keep saying it, but we don't, our side doesn't do anything. We only do something when we're backed into a corner. We need to stop doing that. We need to act now. Right? So the hashtag revolution of the whovians has been going around. I haven't seen anybody use it except me and Lee and a couple of others. Right? You have to get behind that hashtag, man. That hashtag is going to be our hashtag. That's the hashtag. Why do you think we've done the promo trailer and all? We need you to be using that hashtag. Every time you put up a post on Twitter, Facebook, or wherever it is, and you have a problem about Doctor Who, use the hashtag. Don't use not my... Listen, no disrespect to the people that set up the not my doctor hashtag. right? Or the not my Doctor Who hashtag. You set it up with good intentions, whatever, right? But it's tainted, right? The two of them are tainted, right? So one fans to use Revolution of the Whovians, right? Because every time you'd see it in articles and all, right? They're calling us the not my doctor side. We're not the not my doctor side. We never have been. Yes, we've all used the hashtag at some stage, right? But when we seen what was happening with the racism, with all the other stuff that was going on, we said no. We said no. And Lee came up with this hashtag, right? This is the hashtag that we're using on this channel. So that's the hashtag I want you to use if you support me. I don't want you to use that not much, because that's what they keep. Do you not see what's happening? They're using that as a weapon against us. They keep calling us the not my doctor side. Even the media keep calling us the not my doctor side. We need to change that. We need to change the way these fans perceive us fans, right? And right now, they think that we're a bunch of sexist, racist, misogynistic pigs, white supremacists in some cases, right? We need to change that. So how do we change it? We don't use that hashtag. Never use that hashtag. Gary has one. Hashtag RIP Doctor Who. Use that one as well. RIP Doctor Who and Revolution of the Whovians should be the only two hashtags, in fairness, that should be getting used by our side. No more of this not my Doctor Who crap or not my doctor. It's dead in the water. Forget about it, right? They use that hashtag against us, right? And it's about time we change that. Now, listen, obviously, Ballstrek has announced on Twitter anyway. Ballstrek has a video coming Saturday, but Ballstrek will be taking a break from social media. So, you know, he's not going to be around. All right? So we really need to get our act together, because we're already a few people down as it is already. The behavior of the other side is disgraceful, right? They've tried to push me offline. They're trying to push Ballstrek, Gary, and others offline. It's not going to happen. It's not. Revolution of the Whovians is the only hashtag, along with RIP Doctor Who. And yes, if you want to use Hartnell first as well to make that point, fine. But we're not using We Are United anymore, really. But if you want to throw that in there. But the main ones I want you to use is the RIP Doctor Who and Revolutions of the Whovians. We need to change this whole not my doctor thing. We need people to use that. And by the way, to you sexist, racist pigs out there, don't even think about it, right? Don't even think of latching on to this hashtag, right? Keep your not my Doctor Who and not my doctor hashtags, right? We don't want that to do with your side, right? Because you are pathetic and sick individuals anyway, right? We just want people that have a problem with the current direction of the show, all facets, right? This has nothing got to do with it's not personal against Jodie Whittaker. It's not you know what I mean? It's about the whole thing, the whole package, right? So this, you know what? In a way, I never really liked not my doctor hashtag or not my Doctor Who hashtag. Never really liked them. So use that hashtag, please. We need look at I don't know, I'm blue in the face telling people that we need to organise. And they even make a joke and a laugh about us on the other side about how we're disorganised. Like, they openly slag us all and tell us how disorganised we are. And they know we're disorganised. See, here's the thing though, if I were them, I wouldn't keep poking us, because there will be a day that we will organise. And then when that day happens, that's the day you actually are going to shit a brick, because there's not many of you, and there never has been, right? You can set up 20, 30 accounts, right, and pretend that you have loads of people out there. We know that there's not. It's only a focal minority, right? Thank you, Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet has retweeted the hashtag, and I see a lot of other people now are coming around. Please do use it. We need to change how they perceive us. Seriously, they call us a bunch of reg because of that hashtag. Because there's certain people within the fandom, let's be honest, and we know this, that are racist and that come out and attack Sasha, come out and attack Joe Martin, come out and attack Manny Gill, Tolson Cole, right? It's not on, right? And I don't want to be associated with a hashtag that has those people involved. Now, some of those people, when the Not My Doctor Who hashtag was kind of abandoned, they latched onto the Not My Doctor hashtag. So I refuse to use that one, right? And I want to make it very clear to every little J-bot out there, right now and here, right? Right now, I'm going to make it clear, right? Hashtag Revolution of the Whovians is not a sexist movement. It's not a misogynistic movement. It's not a racist movement. It's not any of the names that you have gave any of the other hashtags. This hashtag is just us fans saying enough is enough to all the crap that's going on within the fandom and with the show. It's nothing. There's nothing. That's it. That's as simple as that. That's what it is. Right? It's just fans that have a problem with the current era of the show, and it's not a personal attack on Jodie Whittaker or Chris Chibnall. It's the whole thing, the whole package. So I want to make that clear. Okay? So that's why I need to change. We need to change the way these guys perceive us. And you know, listen, it probably won't work, right? But at the end of the day, I'd rather use a hashtag that actually symbolizes what we're trying to do. And this is a bit of a revolution. We need to get up off our backsides and start actually being the vocal majority, because that's what we really are in reality. They know that. That's why they lash out all the time. That's why they pick on people. That's why they're trying to bully as many of us off the platforms as possible. Listen, I put up a couple of tweets that were sent to me, right? They're actually getting people to go in and report me videos. I also had someone actually say in an apology video, not the second apology that I got. The second apology was far more better apology from Therese than the apology that I got off the other fella. But even at the end of that video, it was like he turned around and says, well, if you think someone's content is dangerous, you should report it. This is the type of bull that this is the type of crap that we're facing, right? They're trying to silence us one by one. And you know what? They've succeeded with some people, but you won't succeed with me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be last man standing. Don't think he's realised that. Oh, yeah. And Lee is actually correct. Do not forget, right? We have a Revolution of the Whovians trailer now. I don't know. A lot of you actually, I want to bring up the video yesterday, right? Because I got a lot of messages, right? And a few posts on Facebook. I have to say, you all put a smile on my face yesterday, because I was obviously trolling the other side, right? But at the same time, some of yours, obviously some people that fell for the video actually thought I'd lost my mind and cracked. Because I did a video, I love Jodie Whittaker. Now, I did that in response to the fact that I'd found out that these lunatics were asking other lunatics to report all my videos. So I decided I'd troll them. So I picked the nicest pictures I could find. And then I put the 10-second porn parody clip at the end of it. And then the Revolution of the Whovians trailer. So, yeah. So, look. I don't listen. They hate me anyway. I'm not going to change their opinions on me. So listen, you know, I'm not going out there personally attacking anybody. And I've actually shown that these people are still not happy with me and won't leave me alone. Listen, there's a hatred out there, and the hatred is so deep, right? that they're willing to do all of the stuff that they've been doing for the last few weeks to get rid of me. Now, Lee has seen and others have seen on Twitter, I haven't been interacting with anybody on that other side. I've been retweeting their tweets or whatever, right? Okay, but there's still a few in posts that I put up and they're coming in, right? I get rid of one account. And by the way, I just want to add, right, because there's a couple of them out there because I get sent their screenshots. It's funny. And they're bragging about being blocked, right? They're being blocked, but they're twisting it. They're going, he blocked us because we were winning the argument. He's weren't winning any argument. I actually put up the screenshot of actually what we both said. There wasn't any actually an argument here. What happened was you came out with a false statement, and I actually took that false statement and shoved it down your throat with facts. That's what I did. And then I decided then after that, and as I put up in my post, Lee will tell you, I says, I'm not going to be dealing with any more internet drama. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block less intelligent people than myself. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been blocking less intelligent people than myself because that's what they are. The Wolf in the Storm says, hashtag revolution of the whovians with a $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we'll throw that up on the screen. And Blue Bonnet is obviously getting ready to go home. So you're in work listening, you naughty woman. But thanks for listening to me. Yeah, you stay safe though. You know yourself. It's crazy out there. But yeah, look after yourself. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so I mean, look, that's what I've been doing, and I'm still blocking. I'm not messing. Already, I've probably blocked 200 accounts, and that's not an exaggeration. About 200 accounts I've blocked. Oh, and by the way, the Jodie Whittaker video, as I do. See, the reason why it's a troll as well, and it's a double troll in a way, is because they're going in to view it. Already, if they keep it up, it's gonna get over 1,000 views. So yeah, keep going, folks. I love it. So yeah, right. Okay, let's ask everybody in the chat. Right, what you all think of the article. But hold on, we got a couple of people. Carl has popped into the chat, and Dart Hastor is here as well. I hope I've pronounced that properly, my friend. Welcome. Nice to have you on board. Spitfire Mark 1A is here as well. Welcome. And the third doctor is also here, unknown 289. Just in case I did miss a few. Welcome, nice to have you all on board. So yeah, guys, what do you think of the article? And Matthew Pounder is here as well. It's about time that there's a lot more journalists coming out and actually not being afraid to come out and say, listen, it's all, but listen, BBC have actually made their bed, and unfortunately for them is they're actually caught they cannot see. The thing about it is they can't change now. They're stuck. What needs to happen now is when obviously all this crap dies down, and then they might be able to change our new regime. But they've actually, they've done themselves no favors.
What they getting there?
What is wrong with me phone? There we go. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I got a very important message. You did fine. Oh, thanks very much. Thanks. Some of these names that you've come up with, guys, are great. But yeah, sometimes I do find it very hard to pronounce. No, that wasn't Siri. That was my friend. Just in case anybody's wondering. But I watched Rabbi's latest video on Chibnall's 5-year plan. Oh my! Well, he's had that plan in place, but he's not getting a 5-year plan. There is no 5-year plan. 5-year plan is out the window. There is none. Jodie Whittaker is gone after Series 13. She's not staying around. She's not. Look at it's not going to survive if they stay. And the other side know that. And and I said this a couple of weeks ago when all this drama was happening, instead of bullying us offline and trying to silence us, he should actually be trying to keep us all happy right now and basically being a bunch of lick arses, because, when the festive special comes around, you've already bullied us all away. Nobody's going to watch the festive special except you guys, and there's not enough of you guys to keep this show going. So, you've won nothing in reality. All you did was succeeded in destroying Doctor Who. We're not at fault for Doctor Who. Yous are at fault for Doctor Who because yous wanted to change the show into something that it wasn't and demanded that it continue this way. And as for the BBC, well, the BBC, as I said, unfortunately, they made their bed and now they can't actually sneak away. We've already heard that the BBC aren't happy with the Timeless Children, right? But they won't go anywhere near it. They're afraid to retcon this because the vocal minority would kick up a stink. Because, unfortunately, Twitter seems to, whether people like it or not, Twitter seems to, especially when it comes to Doctor Who, Twitter seems to be the place where most decisions are made on the show. We've got groups like the Feminist Front out there. We've got other feminist groups out there that also are openly saying that they're influencing the writing. Citation needed for what, Ronan? You don't mind me asking you? And nice to see you back after all this time. What you do, set up another YouTube channel. Are you talking about the fact that I said that BBC aren't happy with the Timeless Children? Well, that's source information, and I'm not the only one that has reported it. Several YouTube channels have also reported on it as well. Listen, as I said, we do get source and rumors on this channel. As I do always say, though, you treat everything that I say on this channel, especially when it comes to rumor and speculation, to take it with a pinch of salt. I don't tell people to believe what I say. I've always said that I tend to believe the news that I'm given because the source in question has not let me down. Obviously, people will go back and say, well, he did say Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall were going. Well, every YouTuber that covered this will tell you that they were going up until they had that meeting, and then things changed. But they were supposed to be going for Series 12 because it hasn't been. Listen, Doctor Who has not been received well. 7 million households have tuned out. Now, the other side have been putting up the Doctor Who Origins trailer, and they're still trying to justify the fact that it's trolls. It's not trolls. Listen, and it's not the Not My Doctors. Listen, this is how pathetic they are. They think it's the Not My Doctor side that's downvoting the video. Right. I don't know if you realised this, but what happened was when that video went up first, that did actually happen. But it happened on both sides. The like ratio and the dislike ratio went crazy, right? And of course, YouTube then, as they always do, they purge all the bot accounts. So all the accounts that were fake accounts or that had no content on them were taken down, right? Over 3,000 dislikes were wiped off, and over 4,000 likes, if I remember, were wiped off, right? Now, if you look at the ratio now, it's gone back up again. There's more dislikes. Listen, you could say what you want to look at the comments, right? You look at how many people have actually watched the video and how many people actually took the time or bothered to like and dislike the trailer. Go in and look at over the 2,000 comments on it, right? And the majority of them are negative, right, about what they did with Doctor Who. Why? Some people asking why they retconned the show. Some people saying disrespecting that, disrespecting all that history, and that's what this has done. But the other side will say it doesn't. It adds mystery and all this, adds more mystery, and it sets it up lovely, and it almost fits into canon. Almost fits into canon. Bet doesn't mean it fits into canon. I remember your article that who was it that gave you the opportunity to write an article? Was it Digital Spy or something? Gave you the opportunity to write an article, and you wrote the Chris Chibnall's Timeless Children almost fits into canon. Well, I'm sorry, Beth. You might be okay with almost, but as a fan of the show longer than you, and trust me, I am a fan longer than you, I can tell you that almost doesn't quite cut it. Right? So you can take his propaganda, as I said, and ram it down his throats because nobody is buying it anymore. Nobody is listening to you anymore. Nobody gives a crap about the show, the magazine, or anything connected with it. Even the audios that Big Finish have been thrown out lately haven't been doing well. People have been complaining about them, especially the books as well. The whole thing has become a complete shit show. And why? Because the BBC decided that it was easier to it'd be better to pander to the liberal side, the liberal leftists they're called, whatever you want to call them, don't care, right? They've abandoned their core audience, which is the older generation. And they listen, BBC might like that tag, but BBC, a lot of old age pensioners depend on the BBC for their news and their entertainment, right? And it's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. They should, and he's right. Everybody should hang their head in shame. Now, listen, he actually does a podcast, right? He actually does a podcast, that journalist that showed his article there. Go and check it out. Just write in just write in his name and write in BBC, and it's actually the first bloody thing that comes up. He doesn't hold back. They are the far woke left. I'm liberal, says Thundercats Ho. And welcome, Thundercats Ho. Better than Thundercats, whatever that abomination was that they threw out that looked like it was for like 2-year-olds. Yeah. Imagine trying to ruin their childhood. Bloody deadly cartoon. Never touch that again. Bleeding disgraceful what they do. But it's typical. See, again, as I've been saying for the last 2 years on this channel, we need to organize. We need to become the vocal majority because that's what we are, right? That's why I keep saying we need a lot more people on this side to start creating YouTube channels. If you've got something to say about Doctor Who, the BBC, about the way they're run, seriously, create a channel. Get out there. Get your content out there. Channels like us will support you. We'll get you out there. We'll make sure that you get the exposure that you deserve to get. Listen, we need more voices. I keep saying it. That's why I keep even saying to Lee as well. And he's in the chat. Lee has plenty to say and will appear on panels. But that's great. But I'd rather Lee be out there with his own YouTube channel, bringing on guests as well. And he could do that as well. You know what I mean? We need more voices and we need more strong voices. And Lee is one of them. He has a lot to say. Very intelligent man. You know, you need to be doing this stuff as well, Lee. I've said it to you loads of times. Matthew as well. Matthew was here in the chat as well. You're not getting away easy either, pal. Me and Matthew, the early days on Facebook when Jodie Whittaker was announced, we were in the trenches getting all sorts of crap off these bleeding bullies. Yeah, Matthew as well has a lot to say. You know, he could set up a YouTube channel as well. We need more controversial voices as well. I'm not controversial enough for some. Well, I am for that side, but you know what I mean. We just need more voices, and we need to be getting out there. And listen, I'll throw your videos up onto the Twitterverse. We will make sure that you get all the exposure. See, that's what'll happen. Even if you don't want to go on Twitter, I can put your videos on Twitter and get exposure that way. BBC need to know. Listen, you will notice lately a lot of people on Twitter. Philip Morris has also said the same thing as well with that article. Tag the BBC in it. That's what we were doing lately. We're tagging BBC in posts and all. We are not. Listen, we need to be kicking up a fuss like those guys do when they set up their little pathetic hashtags. Imagine if we actually said, right, this is the day we're going to launch Revolution of the Whovians, and actually launched it, right? And said we want to get this trend, and it trend more than anything else. It would, but as I said, we need more voices. We need to keep getting our opinions and our worries about the show out there, and you know. The other side are gonna try everything to stop us. They've tried already with me, and they still continue to do so. But the thing about it is, I don't give a shit. They can do whatever they want, right? I'll just retweet their tweets like what I've been doing. I don't even make a comment anymore. There's only one or two that I do when they're absolutely ridiculous. Imagine actually telling people to report to me videos if they're dangerous. Or getting people to report me channel because they don't like what I say about Jody. Listen, I'll give you a laugh. This is how stupid Twitterverse is, right? Lee will back me up on this one. He's in the chat. So I put up this post, right, and it was a jokey musical one about this so and so can sing, these can sing, and these can sing. Why haven't we had a Doctor Who musical now, right? And I wrote up. Because Bradley Walsh told, no, because Jodie Whittaker and the cast can't sing. And then this person then decides they're going to retweet me tweet. And this is exactly why I hate the TARDIS zone and all, blah, blah, blah. He's a discreet, whatever it was. They were so offended by me saying that Jodie, and then the other idiots coming on. You do know that Jodie Whittaker sang Yellow Live and did an invasion, and then Bradley Walsh has an album in the charts. So bloody what? It was a joke, and he's got triggered, you bunch of idiots. That's the point. He's got triggered over a tweet. And I even put, if I remember correctly, I think there's even smiley emojis. Right? So I made it clear. See, this is what I mean. Even when I'm not even engaging with these people, which I don't really anyway. There's one or two that I do when they go too far, when they call Ballstreck this, that, and the other, call me this, that, and the other, and I'll defend me friends and myself. I always will. I always have, and I always will. Right, but I'm just saying, it's just ridiculous. I've been putting up music videos. I've been putting up art pictures. I've even been sharing art videos, as you've all said, and they still won't leave me alone. So they're not going to leave me alone. That's my point. They're not going to leave any of us alone, right? There is going to be no peace in this fandom until Jodie Whittaker is gone. And even at that, they'll kick and scream. But it doesn't matter. They won't have the power that they had after Jodie Whittaker is gone, because as long as she's still the Doctor, they still have that. They still think they have that power, and they still have the people behind them supporting them. Soon as Jodie Whittaker goes and Chris Chibnall goes, that goes away. New regime is going to come in. They're going to do what they want to do. Well, hopefully they come in and do what they want to do. But knowing the way BBC run things, that's just a pipe bloody drain. But seriously, so I mean, it's everybody needs to do it, yeah. And if there's any more female voices out there, as I said, I see Daniel's trying to encourage Charlotte to make up a channel. Well, Charlotte, as I said, if you've got things to say about Doctor Who, or things to say about what's happening with the BBC in general, I would suggest and would recommend. I mean, Daniel's channel has come a long way now. Look at Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet's channel has come a long way. She's kicking ass now. You know, so yeah, there's a couple of channels out there, a couple of people out there that I did try and encourage, and it is actually great to see that their channels are actually doing well. makes I have to be honest, I'm not getting a big head here, but it does make me proud because I try to inspire people to do things, because I do know when I do have certain people on, right, and it's like Lee. When Lee comes on, right, you can't shut Lee up, right? It's like Rabbi. That's why I'm glad Rabbi has his, right? But the thing about it is, that's what I'm saying about Lee. Lee has so much to say that I think it's just wasted on panels. He should be out there doing his thing on YouTube and kicking ass and having his own panels. We need more voices, and I'll keep saying it. Revolution of the whovians needs to be just that, a revolution. We need to get together. We need to band together as fans. We're fans. We need to band together, help each other out, right? Promote each other to crap, right? And to talk about all of these things that we need to talk about. There won't be much of a revolution if there's only me and a couple of others on Twitter trying to do it all. It's about time that some of you that didn't get involved, that keep complaining. Well, I'm sorry. I know it's all well and good, but you need to be taking part now and helping. Because we can't be doing it on our own. Can't. You know what I mean? We're already going to be a couple of YouTubers down. There'll be an announcement made on Saturday anyway on Ballstreck's channel. You need to check out Ballstreck's latest video when it drops. But we need to do it. Exactly, I agree. We need more, Lee, and I know we do. So I don't know if you'll do it, but you should. You definitely should. You definitely should. And with your background, with your artwork and all, and the stuff that you can do, man, you'll have a deadly setup for your channel and all. Be great. And of course, you know what? Me, Rabbi, and all the others out there. Straight away, you'll have the support. So I'll think about it. Well, don't take too long. Someone has to take charge. And as it's a new hashtag, and it's Revolution of the Whovians, and it's connected to this channel, I'm taking the reins on this one. So if anybody asks you just who's behind the hashtag or what channel's behind the hashtag, you can tell them it's the Tarda Zone and make it clear it's the Tarda Zone. And any YouTuber that supports me and supports our fight for Doctor Who and actually has the same opinions, you also fall under that banner. That's what it is. It's like the Fandom Menace. It's our own banner. That's our banner. Hashtag Revolution of the Whovians. That's our banner. So if you support what we do, that's the hashtag. And yeah, Gary has said that he will promote any new channels out there as well. He's been a huge help to my channel, along with Ballstreck and a few others out there. I know that, I haven't done this all on my own. And, especially when it comes to the support, because if you don't get support, you can only go so far. And I've gotten huge support. So, again, it's always been my mantra on this channel. Anyway, that if there's any new channels out there, I promote them. So let's hope we can get a few more YouTubers to join us. And remember that hashtag, because that's the hashtag that we're going to use. And remember, we will not be silent. Never. And don't forget Rabbi's competition as well. Hashtag Dr. Jones is the hashtag. Gary's last two videos triggered all the right people. Well, I have to say the live stream that we were part of, I haven't actually went in now and actually looked at the how many has actually viewed it and all, but it was hugely popular on Twitter. The reaction I got on Twitter for being part of it, people coming on and congratulating me as well, which was a bit weird, but I could understand why people were congratulating me, because everybody does know. I've never hid the fact that, you know, getting on Ball Stretch channel has been an honor, and getting on Gary's, I always said the Holy Trinity, as you know. I said the Holy Trinity when I first started was Ball Stretch, Doomcock, and Gary, and I've been on 2 out of those 3 channels now. But Gary's was a big deal for me because, you know, especially over the last year, Gary has really become very, very well liked by everybody, and you know, everybody tunes in and watches whoever he has on. So I knew this was a huge opportunity, and you know, I'm forever grateful for him for giving me that opportunity. It's actually had a positive effect on the channel, so you know, I can't knock that. But being part of it and being part of with, you know, with all the people that I actually have streamed with, my friends as well. It was brilliant. It was needed. Had a laugh. It's re-energized me, as you can all tell. I'm re-energized. I've been floating ever since, to be honest. A few people have tried to ruin that for me. When Gary retweeted, of course, people on Twitter, he triggered the right people on Twitter as well, because a few of us were getting a bit of stick over that panel. But look, at the end of the day, you know, the only reason why they're triggered is because everything that they know we're talking about is true. And, you know, it was very passionate. We had a few laughs. And we got to talk about a show, and we got to tell people how we felt. I mean, I still not the same, and I never will be. I'm being honest, and I know that to the other side, they can laugh. I don't really care. You will never understand how I feel about this show. But maybe you do. I'll put it to you this way, right? See the way you all go on about Jodie Whittaker and about how she feels, or how you all feel about her, and how much she means to you. Yeah? Well, I feel like that about Doctor Who. So maybe you can understand it to a little certain extent. I don't expect you to, but that's the only, for you to understand, that's the only comparison that I can give. Maybe one day I'll get over it, but for now, no. I'm sick of these people as well. Get over it. It's only a TV show. You know, you have a point, but as I said, for others out there, and a lot of us, it's more than just a TV show. But again, I don't need to really go and rehash that all again. But actually, I have decided what I'm going to do is obviously we've got the series 12 streams. And what I was thinking of doing is reposting them all up so you can relive, if you like, the mood and reaction of the panel during the, how many weeks was it? 10 weeks? 8? What was it? 10? Yeah, 10 weeks of Doctor Who. Actually, I haven't. It's been a while since I actually checked. Let's hold on. Let's see. They all had over 1,000 views. let's see. I remember at the time I only had 700 and something subscribers, so we were getting more views than actual, than actual people that were subscribed to me. So that was a bit weird actually. Well, where's the playlists? I need to find play. Where's the see this YouTube? I don't even know how to run a YouTube channel. I can't even find playlist on this fucking thing. Where is it? Oh my god. Do I have to go into my YouTube channel first? There we go. I do. See, I'm a tick. How I ever got to run a YouTube channel is beyond me. But listen, if I can do it, then it means anybody can do it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because of all the trouble I was getting. Hold on. I did, didn't I? See, I'm pissed now. Where is it? There they are. Yeah, right, I'm about to make them public again. Right, so here we go. Spyfall Part 1. Now I want to turn the sound down first, so hold on. I want to make sure. Right. Right. So there's the first one. No, I do have a playlist. What happened was because I was being attacked, and they were taking screenshots of me face and stuff, I decided to private some of me streams because of what was happening. Right, so there's the first stream. I'll have it paused, but as you can see there, that the first one is look at me face. That's great. Yeah. Oh Jesus, I look a bit ropey there. Hold on. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Right, but as you can see, the first one obviously got 985 views, right? And so that was that one. That was part 1, right? So part 2, Spyfall Part 2, and then this one, right? So that one got 895, right? Now, the only reason why I'm showing you these is because obviously, the first 2, you could see just under 1,000, right? But this is where it starts getting crazy. So, if I'm correct, this is where it starts going through the roof. Yeah. So, Orphan 55. What is wrong with this? Orphan 55, 1,027, right? So you can see each week during these streams. Now listen, we had plenty to say, and as you can see, the guests were getting, the panels were getting a little bit. So this one was 1,105 views. Now this is where me subs then started to go up. This was the longest. This was the one. So as you can see, by Fugitive of the Jadoon, we had 1,942 views on that one. Now you can watch all these again if you like, and listen to what I actually have to say. Again, I got to stream with my friends, so it was great. The panel there, we love doing those shows actually. And that one, 1,000. So we haven't went under 1,000 since Orphan 55. So as you can see, they're still going. I already know what the last one, the Timeless Children one, got the most views. I know that. But again, 1,162 for Can You Hear Me? Then of course we had the haunting of whatever of Villa Dia that I still can't say that bloody thing. And that was 1,190 views. So basically the same amount of viewers were basically watching me for the next couple of weeks. So we kept the audience. We actually kept the audience. Right. So then we come to the second last. Now, as you can see, that's over 6 hours long. Then Ascension. Again, this one, because it was the second last episode, 1,415 views. Again, you can check that stream out. But this is the one. The Timeless Children. And it's got 4,842 views. Now, I haven't actually played this since The Timeless Children. And I'm going to do it now. Right. So, I'm going to show you this bit. Hold on. Why does it keep pausing? Where do I lose the plot? Ted, it's okay. It's
I don't care if people are slagging me in the live chat saying you're...
Hold on, where is it?
And that's it. I'm going to remember Doctor Who the way I remember Doctor Who and not what Chris Chibnall has done to it. What he has done tonight has not just ruined William Hartnell's legacy, he has destroyed every single other Doctor's legacy out there. He is an asshole and he deserves... He should be sacked for this. So I'm sorry, I don't know why. Tonight just broke me. I'm done. I'm done with Doctor Who. I'm done. He's a prick. I'm sorry.
Wow. I can't even...
All that history gone down the fucking chills, and for what?
That was a tough night.
For what?
Even listening to myself feels very uncomfortable. Now look at the panel. They're just... Look at Rabbi. He just doesn't... Poor Rabbi doesn't know what to say. Blue Bonnet is just... She's just frozen because she just cannot comprehend what's just happened with the episode.
This was worse. Because we all thought it was going to be just Hartnell that was going to be sullied, but he did it to them all. And then on top of that, what does he go and do? So the master, right, this is why Sasha was so worried, and I don't blame him, and I even wrote a message up. I said, you are brilliant as the master, but what's happened tonight is just killed the show. He's a prick.
Oh,
this is easy to retcon. This is...
And that was Jason, and I have to be honest, that actually is that to bringing back a lot of... Yeah. But you could see, or you could hear, I should say. That was... Yeah, that's the first time I've actually been able to go back and listen to myself in that state. Oh, yeah. I don't know, boys and girls, but yeah. But nearly 5,000 views on that. Now, that was mostly all the J-bots. Obviously, A couple of YouTubers out there decided to take the piss out of the fact that I broke down crying. You know, but, you know, it reminds me of that father that was watching The Force Awakens trailer when the trailer first dropped, and his daughter's recording him, and this is a grown man, 50 odd years of age, and he breaks down crying because he's remembering his childhood, and it connected with his childhood. And you know, this is the type of thing. Even Monique Gill has put up posts, you know, and then she's actually deleted them, kind of slagging people off that that cry at movies and TV shows. But I'm sorry, just because you're a cold individual doesn't mean that the rest of us are. And a lot of these newer fans, that's what they are. They're cold. They have a thing against old people as well. There's a lot of ageism amongst them, and BBC are actually facilitating them because, you know, when they start treating the over 75s the way they're doing it, well, then the younger audience are seeing that. They pander to the younger audience, so they don't have respect for people like you or me, or the old age pensioners. But that night, yeah, that timeless children, that did, and I still haven't recovered. I can sit there now and watch Classic Who, and I'm okay with that. But even watching New Who, sometimes I just, you know, so even when I do the pants, sometimes I just don't talk because I'm just, you know, I'm thinking about what's to come. And we all know what's to come. Yeah. I still can't fathom or get me head around what happened that night. But it did. It broke me. Yeah, she might have been Super John. Lee Anthony Davis is going to be featuring a Doctor Who quiz every Friday on his YouTube channel. My feature will be Daleks, which is recorded live and posted on my page and groups. Everyone is welcome from here. Fantastic, brilliant. Do me a favor, when you do throw up the link, send it to me and I'll throw it out all over the place, as I said. But yeah, that's all they'll put. Them streams are public for you. So if you want to relive what we were saying at the time, Jordan Series. See, these reviews were probably only watched once or twice by people at the time. I think it's actually good to go back and actually check them out again. Because also, we don't just talk about, obviously, what happened in the episodes. Jordan, some of the streams, we do also get information. And we do talk stuff as well. And we come up with our own theories and all as well. So the great streams, and people say we're not balanced. On those streams, we actually had a newbie. Well, we had someone that had only watched Doctor Who a handful of times, and that was Blue Bonnet's husband, Jason. So he was on the panel, and he was able to give his, you know, his opinion from his side, from someone that hasn't watched Doctor Who as much as us. So we did have a person on that hasn't watched Doctor, and they weren't impressed. So again, they're well worth checking out again. So they're public. I'm pretty sure the other side will pick them apart again. But go ahead, don't give a crap at this stage. You know, at the end, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to complain. It's funny, again, I keep getting this thing said to me. I wish you'd stop complaining about Doctor Who. It's been 3 years already. Get over it. Well, stop praising Jodie Whittaker and get over it already. See how stupid it sounds stupid, doesn't it? Because it is fucking stupid, right? You're entitled to your little stupid opinion about how great she is and how well she looks in the sun or whatever, or her eyes look beautiful and you feel like she's undressing you with her eyes or whatever. Don't give a crap. I can say whatever the crap I want about an actress that I think is bad. And I won't stop. And neither will the rest of us. It is a revolution. Someone said it's not a revolution. There is no revolution. There will be a revolution. We've had enough. It's just as much our show as it is yours. If not, it's more our show than it is yours. Remember, most of you are outsiders that come into this fandom. We embraced yous originally. Remember that. Toxic. They say that the fandom was toxic. The fandom is toxic, and we're the toxic side. Well, for all the years before yous came along, it was never toxic. Yes, people did have arguments within the fandom, but everybody settled their differences, right? The fandom has only become toxic since Jodie Whittaker was cast, and all you lunatics latched onto the show. And I'm glad you have embraced J-Bot or Jodie-Bot or whatever you want to call it, right? Glad, because that's what you are. You are bots. Because you act like bots. Bunch of drones. So it's great. Glad you have embraced it. It's about time you embraced the name that we've been giving you for the last 2 years. I'm glad something that we came up with actually stuck, which is hold on, just putting on the kettle boys and girls. I'll tell you what, after I read out tomorrow's article, which I'll be doing, I'll bring on a panel just for half an hour just to discuss the article and the article only. Now, from now on, I'm actually want to get this out there in the open in front of everybody now. From now on, when we do a classic watch along, it's going to stick to the topic. We're not going to go off on a tangent about anything else. We're just going to do that stream on that particular subject. It'll be the same with New Who, right? We will be doing panels where we will be talking about other stuff, and that's when that other stuff gets talked about. I'm going to be very strict from now on when it comes to the panels, because the last few weeks we have seen that we've been doing the panels and they seem to go off on a tangent, and I don't want that to happen anymore. So from now on, there'll be no other discussion about what's happened during the week. I don't really care. Face of Evil is tomorrow, and that's what we're going to be talking about. And then we'll have New Who, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Then on Monday, when I do my Monday stream, whatever the news is, we will do it on a Monday. I am not going to be getting, because listen, I need to bring the channel back to some sort of normality, and I need to keep people concentrating on what we're supposed to be doing, which is the classic watch-alongs. Now, we've already lost a panelist for the classic watch-along in Bolstrek. Bolstrek will not be appearing on the classic streams for the foreseeable future, or until he's ready to come back. So we've already lost a panelist. So I'm going to be strict on this. I want to keep it strictly to the subjects that we're supposed to be sticking to. And if it continues to go the other way, I will just do it on my own, to be quite honest with you, because, you know, there's too much drama on this channel already, and again, too much drama on Twitter, okay? And I want to stick to the subjects that we're supposed to be doing. So Face of Evil tomorrow, everybody. There's a hashtag that Rabbi came up with. What was it? Hashtag, what was it? Face of Horda, I think. Lee, if you could do me a favor, mate, if you're still in the chat, just watch that bloody trailer again for me and tell us what the hashtag is so we can throw it up on the live chat there for me, if you don't mind. So it's Face of Evil, and then obviously we have the second Cyberman story. And then next week, then Lee, as far as I know, has already picked the story. I don't know if he's told Rabbi. I still haven't got the trailer yet. So I don't know if he's actually told him what story he has done. If you have, if you haven't, please make sure that you let him know what the story is so we can get the trailer out to me. So we can throw it up. Or maybe he has done it. I'll have to check. I don't know. He sends me so much stuff. I'll have to go through what I've been sent. So that's what's tomorrow. Face of Evil. I will have another stream tomorrow, as I said, where I'm going to be talking about that article. And it's an interesting one. Very, very interesting. Yeah, it is. Hashtag the face of Horde. No, face the Horde. Sorry, face the Horde. So there's the hashtag, right? So that's the hashtag for tomorrow if you are joining in. So yeah, Face of Evil, as I said, Face of Evil. I can't wait for that one. It'll be a good one. You know, I was looking forward to it, but obviously we were on Gary's channel last week, which was great. We're hoping to do that again. He did say at the end of that stream, so we're going to see if we can get another one going, because it did seem to be very popular. Actually, I want to check it out. I want to check it. Yeah, it'll be the same time as always, Chris. Yeah, same time. We'll be back to normal. Same time, yeah. Well, yeah, I just want to keep it because it's getting a bit messy. You know, we do a stream and it always seems to go off. I don't want to talk about Jordan Classic streams. I don't even want to talk about that Doctor Who. I just don't. When I do classics, it's supposed to be to get away from it, escape. You know, so I want to keep it like that because every stream seems to be getting infected. And I don't want affected with this crap, and I don't want it. I'm sorry. I just, you know, there's a time and a place to be talking about that. Right, where is it? So there you go. Wow. Now, if this doesn't convince Gary, that I don't know what will. So I'll show you these streams. I don't think he'll mind actually just showing me the thumbnails. I don't. Once I don't play his videos, which I won't. But there you go, right? So he did a Star Trek one, right? Just under 3,000 views. But look at the Doctor Who one. 8,600 views 3 days ago. Is that the actual panel, is it? Yeah, 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's the panel. So there you go, right? Now, obviously, he did Friday Night Tights, and Friday Night Tights is always going to, because that's his most popular show. But look at that. For a Whovian, look, they did a Disney Star Wars one, and the Doctor Who one has had to do very well. So, you know, there is a need, or there's a want. And I think this once a month thing could actually work. You know, call it Council of the Whovians or something. Or, you know, or hashtag Revolution of the Whovians. You could even use the hashtag. You know, but once a month, man, would be great. Because there is a need. You could see it even on when he put it up on his YouTube channel, his Facebook, and I put it up on Doomcox and others. It was received well. And as I said on Twitter, Lee was there as well. The reaction on Twitter was very, very positive. So, yeah, I mean, look, you know, Gary is like me. I can still see in Gary. Gary still finds it hard to talk about Doctor Who. I mean, you know, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, you can still see it in him. He was just like me. I mean, that night, obviously, we were on their panel, but apparently on their panel, they were just stunned. And it just didn't. I haven't been able to watch all of Gary's panel. I've only been able to watch the first hour. because I can feel what he's got. You know, I'm sorry, but it's not just a TV show. There's some of us out there. And I think when you say that, you're being highly disrespectful to me and other fans like that. This show saved my life, and others have also spoken about how the show saved their life. The Doctor was always a role model for me. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying that no woman can be a role model for me, because I obviously have my mother. There's Ellen Ripley, there's Sarah Connor, there's Buffy the Vampire Slayer when I was growing up. There's plenty of women out there as well that I could look up to. But for a male model, a male role model, the Doctor was always the one. Obviously, me dad, but second to me dad, obviously, the Doctor. And now that's being taken away. And apparently I'm a big man piss baby if I cry about it, because, you know, let's just ignore 50 odd years of history. But being honest with you guys, you're really gonna like the next video. And just to give you a kind of a taster, right? Just to kind of give you a kind of a taster, I will read the headline of tomorrow's video. See, I've been smart now. I'm saving all these pictures to myself, because my phone keeps running out of memory. So I found a new little trick to keep my phone from fucking. There we go. So the headline is, where is it? It's up at the very, very top. Jeez, it's over 62 pages. Right, there we go. So the headline will be, "We didn't need a female Doctor to feel fully represented, Doctor Who." And then it goes on to say, "We didn't need a female Doctor to feel represented, and here's why." And this is from Stephanie Newman. And it was posted, now I have to say, and I have to be honest here, it was posted on March 26th, 2019, but it's still relevant. And this article, as I said, I have screenshotted. I've edited it all now. Not edited it out of it, but I've cropped all the stuff. I have it here. I'm going to get it up. The only problem is it's going to be about, if it's a video, it's going to be over 20 minutes. So I don't see. Here's the debate I'm having now, whether I should put 20 minutes worth of music on with the video, or just put the whole article up and just leave no music. But then people will find that boring, because people actually like the music that I put in my videos. I've had one or two complain about, well, you put this distracting music. Well, listen, I do have other people that actually love the music videos. So listen, if you don't want to listen to the music, all you just have to do is turn down the sound and just let the video play along, and you can still watch it. But I will throw that article up on video form, right, for you tonight, so you will know what I'm talking about tomorrow. So then when I bring the panel on, then we're gonna have a panel on after I read the article. So what I'll do is I'll read the article first. You all know my thoughts and opinions on the female Doctor anyway, so you won't need to actually hear from me, because you already know that I don't think Jodie Whittaker is right. You already know that I think it should always be a man. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. So, but we will get a panel on, and we'll get people to talk about the article. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then, as I said, we will have that classic watch along. We got plenty going on. Obviously, I didn't stream much during the week because I appeared on other people's channels, which I have to shout out. So if you wonder why I haven't been on this channel in a couple of days, because I was on Geek Union's channel. We did a stream on cancel culture. Also want to congratulate Lee, actually, who did a reading, or his final reading or something, for the audio that he's done. So congratulations, pal. Also, we had a stream with Rabbi as well, with his movie vault. And next week, actually, I can't say Artin actually, but listen, next Friday he's going to throw up the video vault And all I'll just say is it's a movie that everybody likes. Everybody. Well, it's a franchise that most people like, I think. So that's all I'll say. So it'll be worth tuning into Rabbi's channel on Friday. He does put them up. Obviously, before he goes on Sabbath, he throws them up. He actually has one up on his channel now. Myself, Dan from the Spacebook, Mega Geek, and it was Problem Being. We're on that stream with Rabbi. So go and check it out. It's not Harry Potter. Right, I'll give you all I'll say is it involves. Oh no, I can't really say. They made 4 movies, but people kind of ignore the 4th one. There's a clue. I can't say. I don't know if I can actually say because I don't know if he actually. I don't know if he actually said we could say or not. But it's not to be missed. It's not to be missed. And actually, the one that we did just gone. It's not to be missed either. So if you haven't, because listen, I've noticed. Listen, do me a favor. When Rabbi does those video movie vault streams, I've seen that the numbers are a little bit low because obviously he's only started up. Do me a favor, man. Go in to his channel, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a listen. I'm telling you will enjoy it. We had a laugh with this one. I have to be honest. So I can't wait for the one that we're going to be recording. And I might need to restructure a little bit on the days that I stream because I've noticed people are asking me on streams while I'm supposed to be streaming myself. So without sounding bad, my channel will start to suffer if I neglect my channel. So I'm going to have to rethink some of the days that I go live and see if I can restructure because there's a couple of us that go live at the same time on Wednesday. Then I get mostly invited to midweek streams, which is a Wednesday. So I might change the way I might drop Wednesday and do it on. Well, I nearly stream every day anyway when I'm not. So, but I might drop Wednesday because, as I said, that's when I mostly get invited onto streams. Is a Wednesday. And obviously, if I get invited onto Gary's, it'll be another Saturday. But we'll get there. We'll get there when we need to be there. We'll sort that out. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. The Wolf and the Storm. But you know, today Hollywood, BBC, they don't care about that. It's not Terminator either. It's not Superman. Jesus, he's going to keep guessing. That is right. Let me see. Another guess. Another clue. Right. Another clue is this: the lead actor. Is in this lead actor is in 2 of the most popular franchises to ever come. Nah, that's too broad, isn't it? Yeah. I'm saying nothing. You'll just have to wait. 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 But yeah, you know what I'm going to try to do for that article tomorrow? I'm gonna have a word with Philip Morris, see if he wants to come on tomorrow, if he has a little bit of time. Because obviously he's the one that's put the article up. So it'd be nice to have his take on it, wouldn't it? But as I said, we will be doing a lot more like that. So if anybody comes across any articles like that are slamming the BBC for what they're doing, you know, with all this crap and the Twitter crowd that they pander to, you know, then let me know. Let me know, because, you know, we want to highlight all of these things. Of course, I gave it away. Someone bloody just gave it away in the chat, so I just decided to feck it. Who cares? Sure, we'll get more of an audience now. And Lee has already put it up. Well done, Lee. I can always count on Lee to put stuff up on Twitter straight away. What the feck is that? Huh? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to retweet, because Lee is always good like that. It's grand. Who cares? It's only a movie anyway. Yeah, but I seem to be the only one in so far that thinks this is probably the best one, which is going to cause an awful lot of controversy. When he has actually heard the stream. Because this one will probably be the least popular, maybe, to fans, some fans. But yeah, look, we got loads. Rabbi's doing his video vault. We still have to do the bloody quiz. Yeah, well, Lee Anthony, I'll tell you what, right? Lee Anthony Davis is doing his quiz, right? We'll see how he goes about doing it. Maybe then I'll have a chat with him and let's see if he can help us with getting our one off the ground, because he'll obviously have done one and he'll know the easiest way to actually do a quiz. And then we'll have a third zone quiz like we said we were going to have, because I really want to do that as well. But yeah, get subscribing to Lee's channel there. And oh, he's going off now to prepare for his Doctor Who quiz. So you're quizzing tonight, isn't it? You're doing it tonight. So I'll finish up now in a second, so I don't interfere with your stream. And also, don't forget, obviously, it's Friday night. So you know what happens. You've got Friday night tights, and then you've got what's Doomcock's one's called again? What's his one called again? It's called nobody's gonna help me with this one now. It's called Doomcock's Friday Night Frolic. Oh, Friday Night Frolics. No, yeah. Friday Night Frolics, I think it is. That's the one. Friday Night Frolics. Yeah, he does a bit of singing, does a bit of drinking, does a bit of swearing sometimes when he gets a bit angry. Someone might say something about Watchman or something. Might set him off, you know. Yeah, does a lot of singing, you know, if you like that sort of thing. I wish when he does an Irish song, though, he'd actually do an Irish song and not do, you know, the generic American-based ones. You know, do an Irish song. You know, she moves through the fair. If you want to win an Irish man over, sing that song. Yeah, and everybody, yeah, there seems to be a bit of problem with YouTube. A few of the streams might lag and stuff like that. But listen, share this stream. Obviously, you know, I also put that article up in video form. It's up there already on the channel. If you want to share that and then share the stream, you know, again, as I said, tag the BBC. If you're going to share on Twitter, don't care if you tag the BBC, tag the BBC. If you're on Doctor Who, any of the official sites on Facebook or whatever it is, tag the BBC. right? We need to let them know that there's fans out there that are seriously concerned about this era. Remember, the vocal minority are making the beat. Well, BBC know it's in trouble, but they're just pandering to them. But we need to kick up more of a stink. Listen, I was very proud of this fandom, and I said it already, when this fandom came together and we sent all those emails to the BBC, and the general public came out and complained about that cancer scene with the doctor, right? I was proud of the fandom at that time. He's actually got up and he's did something. But the problem is, you did that, and then most of you then said, right, well, that's job done. It's not job done. This job is not done until Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall are gone, which means we need your help. And we need your support. So hashtag revolution of the whovians. Remember to use that hashtag. And if you're commenting on an official BBC post, end your message or your tweet or whatever it is with hashtag revolution of the whovians. And don't forget to check out everybody's channel that does be on here. You know them all by now. It's no point in me naming them all the time. You know who they are. Go and subscribe to them all. They're all great, as you know. And hopefully we'll be here to keep you all entertained. That's my plan anyway. That's why I want to stick to the subject with these watch-alongs, because a few people have came and said to me, you know, and I'm going to be honest, they have said, no, can we just stick to the watch-along? And I agree 100%, but sometimes it can't be helped, and I have to say it can't. But I am going to make a serious effort now to make sure that it sticks to the topic of conversation that we do have. So Face of Evil tomorrow, and then we've got obviously the second part of The Age of Steel, it is, isn't it? Yeah, The Age of Steel. So we're on the Cyberman second story in series 2, and we will continue all the way up to series 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to be here a while doing all of them, and we have plenty of classic Who to do as well. And in between that, we will, as we said, because we have made a commitment to do the Peter Cushing movies and to also do the Doctor Who movie at some stage, which I will get around to. I just have to build up the courage like I do when I watch the Two Doctors. I need to build up the courage to watch those things because, yeah, I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the movie. I've got to be out straight. Never have been. I'm like one of those fans, kind of ignore the movie, but I don't ignore Paul McGann as the Doctor, because he is the Doctor. More of a Doctor than we got, which is sad. And I'm going to be criticised for that, because I have a problem with the actress. Oh, by the way, I Love Jodie Whittaker Part 2 will be coming out as soon as the person behind the art, when they're finished, I will have it. Listen, as I said, I'm not going to go and seek these people out. I never have anyway. They've seeked me out and I've defended myself, but the way it's going to be now is, listen, I know there's a campaign to take me down still. They're just being a little bit more quiet about it. And they're trying to, well, when I say they're being a little bit more quiet about it, there's still one or two of them that are stupid enough to post up what they're actually trying to do. But in saying that, I do know that this campaign against me is not going to stop. So what I'm going to do is, what I should have done from the beginning, is just keep trolling them. It's the best way to drive them up the wall. And to be honest with you, you know, I don't brag about trolls or videos that I do when people obviously come after me. See, it's the music as well that I picked that everybody loves. But for the Jodie Whittaker one, I thought the tune was an excellent choice. But it was just, you know, listen, I didn't say anything about her personally. This wasn't a personal attack on Jodie Whittaker. Actually, I thought she looked very, she looked quite well in some of the photos, I have to be honest with you. She does look well, actually. But the whole point was to troll yous, because I know yous are fans of Jodie Whittaker and yous love her so much. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to wreck yous our heads by trolling yous, because that's the best way to respond to you idiots, because yous will never be happy with what I say. So as I said, that's what I'll do. I won't come after yous. I'm not trying to start at, and I'm just trolling yous. And if anybody out there is offended, listen, I haven't mentioned anybody's names in any of the latest videos that I've put up or anything like that. This isn't going after one person, or this is going after one side of the fandom, the J-bots. And I'm going to keep trolling you. As long as you keep annoying me, I'm going to keep trolling you until she's gone and until Chris Chibnall is gone. And that's the way it's going to be. Just like what Ballstreck was doing when he was putting up all the quotes. He's putting up a quote for each doctor, and he's putting up several quotes. Obviously, when he got to Jodie Whittaker, he went back and he's putting up more quotes of different doctors. That even triggered him. He's not even allowed to put up quotes anymore. So Ballstreck's had enough of Twitter and stuff. And he's got other stuff going on anyway. So he'll have a video on the weekend. So look out for that one. And go and support it. Go and like, share it. Share the hell out of it. It'll be his last video for a while. I still hope to convince him to stick around for the classic watch-alongs. But I think right now he's just, he wants to just concentrate on stuff that's happening in his personal life, and you can't, there's other crap going on out there in the world that are more important than obviously what he's doing. So he deserves a break. He's been on the platform for over 13 years. He deserves a break. So yeah, but I hope I can convince him to even turn up for one or two during that time that he's away, because he won't be on Twitter, he'll be here. So hopefully I can. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do from now on. If they're gonna try bully me friends offline and bully me offline and have a go at me, the best response is just to troll them. It's not even to react to what they say anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, I know I'm not liked by this side of the fandom. They can make up all the allegations that they want to make up, all the false accusations, all these fake accounts. They can do whatever they want. They're not getting rid of me off this platform, and they never will. And they won't get rid of me off Twitter either, even though they've tried. And even if you do manage to succeed in taking down my Twitter account, it's as simple as me as actually just setting up a new email address and setting up a new account. So you actually aren't going to do that. And you don't think that the people that followed me on Twitter are going to not follow my new account. They're going to follow my new account, and I'll just be as strong as ever. So it doesn't make a difference what you do. You can take down this YouTube channel. I have a second channel anyway. I'll start from the beginning again. It doesn't matter. I'll grow that channel again, and I'll become just as powerful as I did. So no matter what you do, you aren't getting rid of me. So my suggestion to you is this. Stop letting me live in our heads 24/7 and just move on. And then I'll just move on and do what I wanted to do, which I was doing until he's all decided to drag me into nonsense. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Until they stop, I'm going to just keep trolling them. So look out for my next video, because my next video is definitely going to send them over the edge, because I've already sent a couple of images. And trust me, this is really going to send them over the edge. They are going to flip the lid when they see these photographs, right? Absolutely. And you know what? I do not care. I do not care whatsoever. The best thing about a troll is that, the fact that I trolled them and they're already, as I said, it's got over 415 views. They keep this up by the weekend. By the end of the weekend, it'll probably have over 2,000 views. So, they're even going in to watch it. And that's what makes this even funnier. Because you think 415 people on my channel are going to watch a video about Jodie Whittaker. saying that I love her. Oh, this is what makes this so good. And you know what though? Do you know what made it even better? Some on my own side thought I'd cracked. I'd finally lost it, and that I was actually coming out and pandering to the other side. I was like, what? Oh, but that's what a great troll does. So I was able to troll both sides. Well, so yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Unknown says, never be cruel, never be cowardly. Remember, love is always wise and hate is always foolish. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. Listen, I'm kind to the people that are kind to me. I give people respect that give me respect. If they treat me with the contempt and the hate that the other side have, well, then they'll get treated the same way. And it's funny, isn't it? When I start then defending myself, or others in the fandom start defending themselves, we then all of a sudden become bullies. But that's what they've been doing to us for 3 years. So because we decide to defend ourselves, they're starting to cry wolf. See, you can't do that. You can't push and prod a fandom for 3 years, right, without them really doing much, right? And then not expecting them to retaliate after taking so much bullying, labels, name calling, not just from the fans, but also from the BBC themselves, also from the lead actress who thought it was okay to go and have a pop at Doctor Who fans that didn't like her casting when she did that stylist video. Now the other side will say, but it was just a bit of fun. But I'm sorry. The fandom was already up in there that she was cast. The best thing that she could have done was actually come out and actually say, listen, I know there's some fans out there that aren't on board with this casting, but do me a favor, give me a chance. I will do my best in this role. I will give it everything. I will give it all to prove to you that I can be the right person for the job, even if she had fell flat on her face, right? If she had come out and said that, she would have won a lot of people over. And I can guarantee you that most of the focus would be more on Chris Chibnall than it would be on Jodie Whittaker. But because Jodie Whittaker, over the 3 years that since she's been cast, has come out with stupid statements, and only recently come out with stupid statements saying, well, little girls don't have to cut their hair anymore to cosplay as the Doctor. As if little girls had to cut their hair all the years back when they dressed up as their favourite male Doctor. It's bullshit. When she talked about the male gaze, right? Bullshit. When she talked about women just sitting in a corner and all this, well, she mustn't have watched TV or wasn't allowed to watch TV because Buffy the Vampire Slayer was kicking ass. Xena Warrior Princess was kicking ass. And there was a couple of other women on screen. You had X-Files, Mulder and Scully. You had Scully is the girl, isn't it? Yeah, Scully kicking ass, right? Gillian Anderson, right? Plenty of female leads out there, but if you were to listen to Jodie Whittaker, they never existed. Never existed. So yeah, she hasn't helped, and she will be criticised every time she comes out with a stupid statement, and that's not going to change. That's not me personally attacking a woman. That's me personally attacking the stuff that she actually comes out with. So that's the way I'm going to be. And I also criticise Chris Chibnall, by the way. So it's not just always Jodie Whittaker. To them, I only complain about Jodie Whittaker. Well, you haven't watched my streams because I do give out a hell about Chris Chibnall as well. So, no, when are you getting Scotland's greatest YouTuber, Critical Drinker on? That is in the works. Ballstreck said, see, Critical unfortunately doesn't have a private chat on Twitter. And I don't know if his email address is actually on his Twitter account. If it is, I'll actually send him an email myself. But Ballstreck says he was going to have a word with me because him and Ballstreck apparently are friends. They've done quite a good few streams together. So Ballstreck said he was going to have a word. So yeah, listen, I'm always ahead of it, Daniel. You know me. I've got loads of guests that I love to bring on. Starry-eyed girl, I'd love to get on again at some stage when she feels up to. I think she was on YouTube last night, actually. I think she was on Doomcock's. Oh no, she was on the Spacebook, I think, with Doomcock, the Mega Geek, and Dan, if I'm correct in saying. So I'd like to get her. I'd like to get that Star Wars girl on as well. And there's a couple of other people as well that I personally like myself that I'd like to get on. But if there's anybody that you would like me to get on, you know what to do. Let me know. You know. And don't just name a YouTuber, right? And say, well, you should get this person on if they've never appeared on anybody's stream before. You know, it has to be people that you know that are quite willing to pop on streams, you know? Because I do get a lot of people, well, will you get this person on? And I'm like, okay. And then I'll go and check out and they've never been on anybody's streams. It's like they just stream on their own channels. Yeah, Robert Meyer was supposed to be on this channel, but he got suspended off Twitter on the day that we were actually supposed to stream. So I have texted him since, but again, Robert is a bit like Gary, you know, very busy, very hard to get a hold of nowadays, especially on Twitter. You know, that's why Gary always does actually say email him. I never do. I always just send him the private messages, but I should actually email him. So, yeah. And the thing is, the messages that we had because the account was blocked and all, I never saved the email, so I don't have his email. But I have sent him a message, so I hope to get him back on. Because we were going to do a Trek stream with Rabbi. And that would have been interesting and exciting. And we will get on a few of those other guests that we had on earlier on, Purple Lady and all of those other guys, Sammy Joe. I haven't forgotten them, and I just want to give them a huge shout out as well. And don't forget to actually subscribe to the Ladies of Valkyrie or something or something like that they're called. Chris knows who I'm talking about. Chris, if you wouldn't mind throwing up Purple Lady and Sammy Joe's channels there, maybe Iris's channel as well, and Stone Loki, because I had them on the channel. So, yeah, I'll get those guys back as well, and we'll get Trent from Bounding into Comics back on at some stage. I should actually text him because we were to do a stream a few weeks back, but with all the madness with me cousin passing away and my mum being in the hospital, everything kind of. See, I'm still kind of recovering from all of that. Eddie Ascaro was on his channel. Talk the Doctor was back. He was back on his channel. He had a new format. He had a couple of guests on. I'll get Eddie back on. Garminator as well as another one, as I said. I'll get Philip Morris on. Listen, as I said, after this stream goes up, in the private chat there, in the comment section, leave me his suggestions, and I'll go and I'll see if I can have a word with these people. As I said, though, make sure that they have featured on other people's streams, because if they haven't, if you ask them, don't even look. Some of them, I mean, listen, I won't say, but I remember sending out a couple of feelers to see if I could get one or two people on the stream, and I got a reply back off one of them, and I won't say who, but it kind of took me back a bit. I don't go on other people's streams, haven't got time, see you later. I was like, okay. So some can be like that, and there's the channels, because I love Chris. Chris knows all of these channels, he knows what I'm talking about. So the Purple Valkyrie is on Rise and Shine with the Valkyries. I knew it was something like that, yeah. And also Loki's Morning of Mischief is also there as well. Go and check those guys out. And as I said, bounding into comics as well. I'm actually quite fond of their channel. I've been listening to their streams. They're a bit more hardcore, but I love it. I popped in the other night. Was actually I kept switching from Twitter to because they have their stream up on Twitter, Twitter to YouTube. I was kind of confusing them, and I actually sent them an article, which I'm going to do. By the way, I did a video. So I've got loads of videos coming up. As I said, we're branching out a little bit as well. So I have a stream coming up about Nightmare on Elm Street. So if some of you don't already know, I've put a video up there. So Robert Englund, the guy behind Freddy Krueger, basically wants... Well, Pink News calls it a queer version, a queer remake. I don't like that word queer, never have. To me, I remember it being used as a derogatory term towards people that were gay, and I still feel uncomfortable saying that. So for me, I would just say he wants a remake where some of the kids are either going to be bisexual, gay, or whatever, and so yeah. So he's talking about a more diverse version of Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, for anybody that doesn't know and has watched the original, if you watch part 2 of A Nightmare on Elm Street, they actually kind of got their wish. So I don't know why this is being brought up, but as we know yourselves, Pink News is they've been criticized. I think they've had a bit of scandal as well. That Pink News is not, they're a bunch of facets. Let's be honest. So that comes out of their mouth. To be honest, the most surprising thing about that whole article was I didn't even know that what's his name was gay. Your man behind Freddy Krueger. I hadn't got a clue. I really didn't. And that was the most surprising thing for me about that article. I was like, saying what? So yeah, that was, so from that point of view, I can understand where he's coming from. But as someone said on Twitter, well, if that's the case, well, if he really wants this movie, then he should make it himself and throw his own money into it. And I agree. The franchise is finished as far as I'm concerned. They tried to reboot it, didn't work. It's finished. There's no need for another Freddy Krueger. And again, it goes back to the whole thing, not being able to create original content. What they want to do is they want to go back to the past. So Freddy Krueger is another franchise that they obviously are not happy with, and they want to change the whole franchise. Then this is what they do. They can't come up with original stuff. So let's go back and let's re-politicize all of these old, because it's not politically correct now. So let's change that. Let's fix it. No, neither did I. I didn't even know he was gay. And you know what? I mean, this is a guy that we've all loved. Listen, I love his portrayal of Freddy, the new guy that they got. Don't get me wrong, I did like it. It was a different version, but it was no Robert Englund. He is Freddy Krueger. It's like Chucky as well. Don't get me wrong, Mark Hamill was good in the new updated version. It was a clever movie in what they tried to do, but for me it lost it when it wasn't a serial killer soul going into a doll's body like the originals. But Brad Dourif is Chucky. So, it's... You leave it. You just leave it. Leave well alone. I mean, there's a Chucky TV show coming out now, Child's Play TV show. It's been obviously written by the fellow that made the original movie, so there might be something in it. But I didn't know. So, but you see, he didn't. Again, Robert obviously didn't use the fact that he was gay as his defining feature of himself. He let his acting do the talking. It doesn't make any difference to me whether he's gay, straight, or a tree. You know, he's Freddy Krueger. He's brilliant in that role. So, you know, again, that was the most shocking part of this news. I'm not surprised about the fact that they want to do so. Look and listen, we're gonna get Jaws, right? And they'll do something with Jaws. You can't have a toxic shark, right? So, you know, they're gonna change everything that they feel is toxic. So yeah. V had some good female characters. V did, and some lovely female characters. Let's not beat around the bush about that one. But yeah, right. Listen, I'm gonna go because I want Lee, because Lee is obviously gearing up for a big night with his quiz. So as I said, Lee, if you're just listening in the background, Lee Anthony Davis, if you want to send me the link so I can post it, as I said, all over the place, send it to me on Messenger. You follow me on Messenger anyway, or we're on Messenger. Just send me a message and I'll put it out there for you. So that's everything, guys. As I said, BBC slammed for the treatment of its over 75s and pandering to the Twitter idiots. Make sure, as I said, there is that article is in video form. It's up there for you if you want to share that as well. I actually linked the BBC, tagged the BBC in it. If you could do that with this stream as well, tag them in everything that we do, right? When we're talking about the BBC and Doctor Who specifically on this channel, they're the streams that I want you to be tagging to the BBC. We must let them know that there's other people, and it's not just me, because they'll see by the chat that there's other people in the chat. They will see by the streams how they're performing and stuff like that. That we definitely have a lot more people not liking this show than the other side would like to make you believe. And they will also make you believe that it's mostly men, which is a lie. And I will end with this. If there is any female fan out there that has a YouTube channel or is thinking of starting a YouTube channel, that have problems with the current era of Doctor Who, right, and actually have a problem with a female doctor as a so-called strong female lead for you, so you can have strong representation. If there's any ladies out there that would like to join with the channel and do a panel, let me know. If there's any, actually you guys as well are the experts as well, by the way. If you guys in the live chat know of any female YouTubers out there that you think are worth getting some recognition because of what they're doing, you know, or because of the way they're being treated in the fandom, let me know. Let me know. We'll make contact with them. I also have a couple of people that help me out with stuff like that as well. And we'll organize something. We'll organize something because, you know, we need to get more voices, as I said, on the channel, and especially more women. Because I want to show the other side that it's not just men that have a problem with a female doctor, and it isn't a sexist, misogynistic thing, because it's not. I'm married to a bloody woman. If I hated women, I wouldn't be married to one. Jesus Christ, it makes no sense. I'm surrounded by women. I've got 2 sisters and my mother. Most of me aunties, because, you know, the men on the other side of the family don't do too well. But I've surrounded myself with women all the time. I'm even with a strong woman. She actually, like, you know, I always knew Sharon was strong, but she actually proved how strong she was last week and the week before when she had to deal with all of this nonsense. You know, very proud of me wife. Strong woman. And we need a lot more strong voices in this fandom. But as I said, unfortunately, they are being bullied by certain people in this fandom. As I've said, I will mention Ginger Snap. Won't mention his name. That's why I call him Ginger Snap. But he's heavily involved in that choir thing he was. He texts the likes of Emily Cook, Ben Cook, and all of these others. He's on all the big popular Twitter accounts that shill for the BBC. And he does be on BBC's posts as well. And this guy has actively bullied a woman offline and has twisted it to blame that woman. That's what they do. So that's who BBC pander to. They pander to bullies. They let them get away with it. BBC could make all of this stop if they come out with some sort of statement to say that they didn't tolerate this behaviour and actually put these J-bots into their place. But you see, they're afraid to even upset them. So they won't come out and put them in their place. So instead of coming after them, they'll come after us instead. Well, no more BBC. Hashtag revolution of the whovians is happening, and you will see what power this fandom actually really has. And we've already proven it once with the email campaign, right? With the campaign to get BBC to send complaints into the BBC, and it worked. 3 statements they had to make, right? So we've already flexed their muscles once before, right? We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again, but we won't tell the other side, man. But we are going to do it again. But we do need more female representation. And I know it's harder for the ladies because, let's be honest, you know, they get it a lot more viciously than us men. I've seen the stuff that has been, you know, when I hear the stuff that's been said to Mecca Miranda or that Star Wars girl, she's put up stuff, Blue Bonnet Whovian, for example, and other girls out there that actually, you know, are on our side and actually, you know, don't like what's happening with their franchises and actually agree with all the points that we're making, and they can see the bullshit what's happening, and they get attacked a lot more viciously now. I have to be honest with you. It's not on, but if you're brave enough, obviously, and thick-skinned, because you have to be, and you would like to join the hashtag revolution of the whovians, if you'd like me to get your channel out there recognized, you know, and join this revolution. Let's show this other side of the fandom that, as I said, that it's not just men, because it's not. Does it not? But there's a lot of women that are afraid to come out and be vocal because of the behavior that they've seen from the other side. But listen, you've got the Tarda Zone and other YouTubers to back you up now. We are saying that enough is enough. You know, we've had enough. These fans are not going to dictate what happens in this fandom anymore. We're going to start a certain authority on this fandom like we used to. Right? This is our fandom. We invited them in. They're kicking us out. They're not kicking us out of our fandom. They're not kicking us out of our fandom. They're not going to bully us out of our fandom that we embrace them into. Remember that. And these are the very same people now that are in positions of power that are turning their back on us. Right? And then they've got all their little Twitter pals, right? All their little shills and all their little J-bots following them and hanging on every word that they say. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, it stops. It stops now. And it's done. So hashtag revolution of the whovians. I'm going to keep saying it until I get it into our heads. Forget about that not my Doctor Who hashtag and not my doctor. And anybody that did originally set that up, I know you had great intentions, and I know that they weren't bad intentions when you set that up. But unfortunately, those hashtags have been infected. And anytime the media attacks us, right, or attacks any fan, and this is why I don't like the hashtag, right, because anytime a fan has a problem with this era, right, They don't even have to say that they have a problem with Jodie Whittaker or not, right? Or even if they don't and they don't like the writing, they're still put under that same bracket that Jodie Whittaker isn't a doctor or they're sexist. That's why they use that in the media, right? They can't come out anymore and call us sexist out straight, which they did in a few articles, but they don't go down that route anymore. They just use the "not my doctor." They always say the "not my doctor," right? And that's how they paint us with the same brush, right? So it doesn't matter. Even if you're less militant than me, you're a "not my doctor," according to them. That's why we need to change it. We need to start the media when the media use that, then we're right when they're giving out about certain fans. What are you talking about? We're #revolution of the whovians. We don't support those two hashtags because of the people that have infiltrated and taken over those hashtags. Not even taking over the hashtags, but the people that are in it or that use them. And we've seen it. There's quite a few foil people out there directly. Sasha, racist abuse of Sasha. Like there's some that will directly go to the cast and crew. We can't be having that. So it's revolution of the whovians because that's what it is. It's a revolution. We're finally saying, and listen, we've already flexed their muscles once. We got 3. Remember, we've got 3 statements out of them. That was all of us. We got that campaign going to get people to send emails. I had other channels backing me up, right? And it worked. This is the new one now. And we need more. But again, as I said, guys, you just get out there now, and a couple of the girls that are in here as well. If you haven't set up a channel and you think you might be able to do it with the support of us and others, please do. And if there's any female YouTubers that any of you guys listen to that are connected to Doctor Who and that hate the BBC and the way it's being run, let me know. Let me know. We get these people, or even let them know about the TARDIS Zone, saying that the TARDIS Zone is looking for more female representation to show that it's not just men that are giving out about Doctor Who. And I see everybody's using that hashtag. So keep using it, #revolution. And as its problem being is the one that put it up, it's only quite fitting that we put up his tweet, his message that actually says it, because he was the one that came up with it. He's the one that came up with the trailer for this channel. He's the one that came up with the promo for Revolution of the Dark, which is absolutely fantastic, by the way. I'm actually a little bit jealous because, I was thinking that, I was thinking of using the one that, see that one? I was thinking of using that one as my outro for now because we're trying to get it promoted. Because if you've noticed as well, I also put the Revolution of the Whovians trailer in all my videos now, because as Lee said as well, we're trying to get this promoted as much as possible. So you're going to see it a lot. You're going to see it a lot in my videos. You're going to see it a lot on Problem Beings page, my page. You're going to see it everywhere. That hashtag and that video is going to be in your face 24/7 until you get the message that that's the hashtag that you use. Matthew Jones says Swift Reese had nothing to do with "not my doctor." It was just another. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter. They were still. It was still. If you read the article that the newspapers did on it, Radio Times did it. They called it "not my doctor." They said it was a "not my doctor." That's what they said, and that's my whole point. It doesn't matter, even if it is some nutter. They're going to be roped in, and it's going to be all of us. Not my doctor. That's my whole point. This is why we need to change it up. And you all know I'm right. You all know I'm right. So there's I mean, at the end of the day, you know I'm right. You know that this can't go on. Look, as I said, that was enough. Yeah, you're right. It was enough. But when the newspapers reported it, it was people on the "not my doctors." That's what they said. So, you know what I mean? Can't win. So we need to change it up. That's why And as I said to the J-bots, I want to make it clear, when you are now talking about me, yeah, use that hashtag. That's the hashtag, Revolution of the Who. If you want to know who the leader of the Revolution of the Whovians is, because you keep thinking I'm the leader, that not my doctor side, which I'm not, right? But if you want to know who's heading this hashtag up, it's myself and Lee, obviously, but mostly me because it's on my channel and we're pushing it on this channel. But Lee is the one that actually did come up with it, but we're pushing it. So if you want to know, it's us too. So just make sure when you are slagging me off that you say that I'm not and not my doctor, and I never have been. Yes, like most people in this fandom, we did use both of those hashtags at one stage, but like a lot of the fans that are here, we stopped using that hashtag when we seen the sexist, racist element latch onto them. Now, what our hashtag Revolution of the Whovians, right now has no racists or sexists connected to this hashtag, because we will not tolerate people like that. But of course, I do know at some stage that someone will try latch onto this, because that's what they do. But I'm just letting you know that we disavow anybody that comes out with any sexist, racist, or any sort of phobic behavior. Yes, want to make that clear. We should actually come up with a song. Doom, 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 doom. Mama just killed a man. Put a gun against my head. Pulled the trigger, now I'm dead. No, I'm not. Goodbye, everybody. My time has come. Hashtag Revolution of the Whovians coming real soon. Mama. Woo, 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 woo. Now, you haven't entered the Twilight Zone. This is the TARDIS Zone. Yes. I am looking into setting up internet radio. We're going to see how much it is to get a radio license in Ireland, especially a digital one. I'm seriously considering setting up an old internet radio station. Yeah, I like Bohemian Rhapsody. Actually, Starry Eyed Girl came up with new lyrics, which I'd love to get my hands on, and actually see if I could sing the whole lot, because it's a good, she put some great lyrics. And as you have noticed as well, I'm actually putting up a lot more music on my Twitter account as well. I have to say, as I said, Saturday stream kind of reinvigorated me, and you know, I've been listening to a lot of music of me teen years and me obviously when I was in my 20s and stuff, and you know, I've just been on a bit of a high since Saturday. People have obviously tried to take me down a peg or two, because you know, they can't let Noel be happy, but you know, it hasn't affected me. I've just been on cloud nine since that stream, and I'm just a bit more optimistic. But yeah, well, listen, I shouldn't be really singing, should I? Because, like, you know, the J-bots now will pick that up, right? I guarantee it, there'll be a clip, right? So Noel said he could beat Jodie Whittaker singing. Well, there's his singing there. Does it sound too good? That was me taking the piss, by the way. And that's me without a microphone, just speaking into my computer mic. And that's me not actually making an effort. Jodie Whittaker needed auto-tune. That's all I said. Do you know what? You can't even say boo about the woman. You can't even say, oh, look, there's a skid mark on her jeans, because you'd get into trouble. Jesus Christ, man. Do you remember the good old days when you could criticise an actor or an actress, and, you know, the actor or actress in question and their fans just didn't give a shit? But no, we got all these, what do they call them? Stands, is it? Stands. That's another thing as well. Jodie stands. Tasman stands. Yeah, yous are bleeding obsessed, all right. Would you believe YouTube flagged that comment? What, Mama just killed a Cyberman? Oh, yeah, because you can't use kill. Yeah. People are very sensitive, Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave, yes, they are. They're gonna be triggered big time tomorrow, though. Obviously, when I do the article that a female journalist wrote about not wanting a female doctor, that's going to rub them up the wrong way. No, I'm not giving out about you saying you can't Mama just killed the Cyberman. I don't care if you say Mama just killed the Cyberman. Just saying that's how stupid YouTube is. Like, you can't even, Mama just killed a Cyberman, put a gun against its head, pulled its trigger, now it's dead. No, it's not. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Teddy is in bed. Hey, Ted. Didn't know about that. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Early one morning while looking around, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. Oh, Teddy Bear. Yeah, love Johnny Cash as well. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've just been on a high, listening to music, watching Doctor Who in between as well. I've just been reliving the 1980s again, to be honest, and the early 90s with me music and stuff that I'm watching. So, yeah, as I said, we'll be doing a lot more of these streams with me, ranting and raving about the stuff that I used to rant and rave about. Because, as I said, I will not be silenced and never will be. So, and don't forget, for I Love Jodie Whittaker too. It's going to be a whopper. Yeah. I got sent some of the images. And all I'll just say is, yeah, they're going to be triggered. We'll see. Music is a great, yeah, it is. It is. Listen, when I feel down, music is me escape, man. Music or Doctor Who. Always has been. Right, listen, I could go on. I've been rambling for the last 20 minutes about shit. Well, not about shit, but we've just been talking, haven't we? That's what we do on this channel sometimes as well. We have a bit of a chat, or I'll just talk to you guys and you listen. And I like that. Thank you. And listen, as I said the weekend, I really appreciate all the support. And I want to thank everybody for all the thanks as well. It did mean a lot, by the way, being on Gary's channel and having the response that I had. Because, you know, it all me hard work to get this channel to where it is and to keep you guys all interested. You know, I felt a bit of, you know, I finally made it, if you know what I mean. That might sound stupid to some out there, but, you know, to me, being on Gary's channel, you know, as I said, when I was on Ballstrex at the time, it was a huge honor. You know, I had, 200-something subscribers, and he brought me on his channel. Gary and Ballstrex, but especially Ballstrex, I'll always have time for, and you know I do anyway. But what I'm saying is, like, the friends for life there, two of them. But being on Gary's channel was obviously one that I always had me sights on to get on, and it was nice to finally get on and stream with the great man. And I've streamed with him on this channel, but you know, it was nice to be on his, and you know, he made us all feel so welcome. And yeah, I think it was great that he didn't have to talk. You know, he didn't have to talk that much, which was good. But it was great. Yeah, listen, that stream was amazing, and I hope it does continue, becomes a monthly thing, because if it does, it will be. I think it's popular anyway. That's just my prayer. Well, listen, I'm being biased because obviously I'd like them to happen again, because you know, to get stream with me friends like that each month would be great. And yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. Right. I think that's it. So as I said, I'll have that other article tomorrow. We'll have other articles as well. Obviously, I get sent a lot. I have a couple of people laugh at me when I said this on Twitter. When I said I have a couple of researchers, which I actually do, believe it or not. And these people don't ever get mentioned because, you know, they don't like being mentioned anyway. But I will just say this, you know who you are anyway. Thanks for all the articles that you do send and all that other stuff that helps me to prove when I'm being accused of stuff as well. You know who you are. You have helped me out this last year especially. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. See, a lot of these J-bots think that I actually waste my time and go in and look for these photographs and tweets and stuff because they think, you know, I'm a sad bastard. But I do have researchers to do that, and that's what researchers are for. So I get people to do that for me because I can't be arsed to look at your sort of stupid tweets, to be quite honest with you. Do you think I really give a crap what you actually say about me? I'm just going to expose you now anyway. And there you go. I've been given information by Chris. Thanks, Chris. But I am definitely actually going to check that out because I would like to have a Tarda Zone maybe. Well, maybe not Tarda Zone channel, radio channel, but maybe a radio channel, because I do know there's, if you don't already know this, so obviously you all know Doctor Who's my big passion, but you will also know by my videos that music is also a big passion of mine, and I was also a DJ in my mid-20s anyway, so I've always had this passion for music. So that's why I do incorporate. See, people think I throws up these videos with music, you know, yeah, but everything that I do always has, it's personal. Whether it's the song choice that I pick, I throw up. You know what I mean? Every song that I put up is a song that I've grew up with and has a story behind it. I don't tell that story, but maybe if I do this other thing, I'll tell you stories behind certain songs. But I always pick songs that that are either personal or that I believe that need to be used for a certain video. So that's why they pick the music. And as I said, if you don't like the music on the videos, you can turn down the volume and still watch the video. It doesn't mean because you don't like the music in the video that you have to stop watching the article. Like, you can turn down the volume. So yeah, as I said, don't forget to check that video out that I did about the old age pensioners and the BBC, about how they're treating them. Tag the BBC. And also this stream then when it goes up later on, and all other streams that I do. So don't forget, tomorrow I have that stream on that article, and we have the watch along, Face of Evil. Then on Sunday we have Age of Steel, and then we're back on Monday. And then, if I'm correct in saying, I'm appearing on a couple of streams as well. I don't know if that's next week or the week after, but I will keep my ear to the ground. I'm definitely on Rabbis. I know I'm definitely doing one with Rabbi, but I know there's a couple of others that have set up streams that want me to come on. So once I know what days they're on, then obviously we'll get something up anyway, whether it's a pre-record or a live stream. I will get something up anyway. So we have a busy weekend. Thank you all for joining me. I want to thank all my moderators as usual. For doing a great job in the chat. Don't know if he's actually had any problems in the chat. I really don't concentrate anymore, to be honest, because, like, you know, is ourselves. Every time I look at the chat and someone says that, it always kind of sets me off. So I don't even look at the chat anymore. On this anyway. I'm not saying I don't look at the chat. Obviously I do, but you know what I mean. I'm not paying attention if there's a troll or that. And if I see a name that I don't recognize, I'm not paying attention because I know I'll be sorted out. But yeah. So as I said, don't forget to subscribe to all the channels that have featured on the channel in the past. You know yourselves. I will every stream, doesn't matter even if they're not on, I will always tell you to subscribe to these people. Some of these people are very dear to me, so please do. Because I won't always be around. Remember that. You know, I'm 41 now. I'm not saying I'm going to die anytime soon, but you know, I will always be here. So there'll be other, you know, support all of these. There's other younger YouTubers out there as well that I promote. Support those guys because, you know, after I'm gone, they'll be the next. They'll be fighting the fandom. I'm fighting the BBC if this still continues in 20 years' time. They'll be the guys. Well, I'll still be here if I'm alive, but you know what I mean? They'll be the up and coming YouTubers that'll be taking over. So support them all. Right, that's everything, I think. I've said goodnight, haven't I? Yeah. And I've shouted out the mods. What else have I to do? Oh yeah, and the super chats. Super chat. I got a couple of super chats as well. So thank you for them. And we've got Doctor Who at 50 and beyond. Says hello, Tarda Zone. Welcome. You've just missed the end of the stream, unfortunately. But it will be back up. It will be up on playback. We do have another stream tomorrow. I see Daniel is promoting himself, so go over to that. Yeah, of course Daniel's gonna. I told Daniel anyway to promote himself, but he has to promote the others as well, which I know he does. So that's fine. I don't mind if anybody promotes themselves once they throw up the other channels as well. You know, it's the way I do things on this channel. Promote them all. You know, at the end of the day, you know, Gary gives me the shout outs on his channel as well. That, you know, it'd just be great. I've no problem. Yeah, I know who there is now. Actually, I was a bit confused there for just a second. I know who you are now. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. So which means I have to go. Which I'm going to. Actually, I have to go and pick up the wife as well. She's over in the sisters. The last time that happened, now she says she won't drink any alcohol because she's on new medication. But when she goes over to me sisters, right, so we're done. Are we? Let me see. 25 people still watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all of that. And don't know if any of you actually seen me Doctor Who poster, so I threw it up on Twitter. A lot of people like the poster, actually. I hope to get a better photograph of you at some stage, which I will do. And that's it, yeah. Right, so we're off. I'll leave you with this. Again, amazing work by Lee. Don't forget, hashtag revolution of the Whovians. That's our hashtag. We are not associated with not my doctor or not my Doctor Who. We do not use those hashtags. We haven't actually used those hashtags in over what, a year. So we haven't used those hashtags. So I just say to the other side, don't be calling us not my doctors because we're not. That we are revolution of the Whovians. That's the hashtag we use. We are not associated with racist, bigoted idiots. And there are some in the fandom, unfortunately. But use our bigots ourselves because you don't like to let people have different opinions. So maybe before you start going after the people, you take a long, hard look at yourselves. And maybe if you did that and understood where we were coming from, well, then maybe then you wouldn't be such dickheads. And with that, I'll leave you. Good night. Hashtag revolution of the whovians. Good night. God bless. Stay safe. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.